You know this story, or so you think. The clay statue, the bow, the thumb. But what if the real story was never about a thumb at all? What if it was about every person who told you this place is not for you? And what if the most extraordinary student in the Mahabharata was the one who was never allowed into the classroom? His name was Ekalavya, and this is the story the world almost forgot. Samsara Sagas presents Ekalavya, the student the world failed. Near Hastinapur, the princes of the Kuru kingdom trained under Dronacharya, the greatest military teacher of the age. Among them was Arjuna, Drona's favorite student. One day, a boy from the forest arrived. All the boys looked at him curiously, since he was neither a prince nor a child born into privilege. He was a Nishada, the son of a tribal chief. But the young boy, Ekalavya, carried a dream that burned brighter than anything else in his life. He wanted to learn archery from Dronacharya. He came toward the teacher and bowed. He asked to become a student, and Drona refused him. It had nothing to do with Ekalavya's talent. He was refused because the world had already decided where someone like him belonged. Most people would have given up. Ekalavya did something stranger. He went back into the forest and built a clay statue of Dronacharya. Then he began to teach himself. Every morning, Ekalavya bowed to the clay figure, and every day he practiced, alone, without guidance, praise, or correction. Just a boy, a bow, and an impossible dream. Days became months, months became years, and somewhere deep in the forest, Ekalavya became extraordinary. One day, the Pandavas' hunting dog returned with its mouth filled with arrows, perfectly placed, unharmed, but unable to bark. Arjuna stared in disbelief. He had never seen such skill. "Who did this?" he asked. The boys followed the trail and found a young archer practicing in the dust. Drona saw him and understood immediately. The student he had rejected had surpassed the student he had chosen. Then came the moment that has troubled people for centuries. Drona asked Ekalavya for Guru Dakshina, a teacher's fee, his right thumb, the very thing that made his archery possible. Think about the cruelty of that. A teacher who never taught him, demanding the price of a teacher. And yet, Ekalavya did not argue. He smiled. He bowed to the clay statue. He drew his knife, and he gave the thumb. That moment showed no anger, no negotiation, and no bitterness. Just pure devotion. But here's the part many people never hear. Ekalavya did not stop practicing. He learned to shoot with his remaining fingers. The thumb was taken, but the archer remained. Most versions end here. The Mahabharata does not. Ekalavya grew up to be a renowned warrior. He fought alongside Jarasandha, the king of Magadha. And in one of the epic's deepest ironies, it was Krishna himself who eventually killed Ekalavya in battle. The boy who had been turned away from the world of the princes died fighting against that world. Not because he was evil, but because the world had given him a reason to stand with those who rejected him. And maybe that's why Ekalavya's story still hurts. Because beneath the ancient kingdoms and warrior codes lies something painfully familiar. The feeling of being talented and still being told you do not belong. The feeling of working twice as hard and still being denied the door. The feeling of being extraordinary in places no one bothered to look. Here are 3 poignant lessons Ekalavya's story leaves us with. 1. Begin before you're accepted. Ekalavya could not enter the school, so he built the school inside himself. Do not wait for permission to become who you already know you are. Systems are not always fair. The hardest truth in this story is not that Ekalavya lacked talent. It is that talent alone was not enough. Sometimes the rules protect those who already have a place, and seeing that clearly is the beginning of wisdom. What is taken from you cannot erase what you became. Opportunities can be denied. Recognition can be withheld. Credit can be stolen. But the years of practice, discipline, and growth inside you, those cannot be confiscated. Ekalavya lost his thumb. He did not lose himself. This was the legend of Ekalavya, a story by Samsara Sagas. While the story ends here, the journey continues within you.